Gotta go fast! Sometimes you just gotta go fast. My name is Joshua Grigg, and today we are doing a review on Knuckles on Paramount Plus. It's a show that just premiered a couple days ago, and I just got to take a look at the first episode. Haven't seen the movies? No worries. So they do a recap in the very beginning. Then we go to Knuckles, and he is totally bored with life. He is a warrior at heart. Being a warrior, being an echidna, the species that he is, that's all they have ever known is fighting. So we see him at this course, basically, and there's all these like arrows and logs flying at him. He's doing like flips and kicks and punching stuff, and just basically totally kicking butt, showing how cool he is. And he, again, is bored. He's living with the Wachowskis. He's basically like a family member now. So we have Sonic and Knuckles and Tails all living with them. And he ends up seeing some smoke from the house. And he's like, wait, there's danger down there. So he runs down there and he accidentally mistakes the people working on the house as bad guys. And basically ends up getting grounded because he did some pretty silly stuff, which I won't spoil for you here. And then we go over to Wade. Wade is a human character. He is in a bowling alley. We see him being talked to by another character, and it's like the final shot, right? He's supposed to make it. They're doing this tournament. It's gonna be in Reno. All he has to do is make this last shot, and he screws it up. And the bowling team is basically like, yeah, you can't be part of our team anymore. We're going to Reno, and you're not a part of it. And they end up leaving him. And so he feels like a total loser, right? He's totally distraught. He's like, what? But bowling is like my life. It's like the one thing I'm good at. And while he is at home sulking, we switch back to Knuckles, and Knuckles is then visited by a spirit guide, which informs him that he must teach a apprentice in the ways of the echidna, to be a warrior, to further out his culture even more, so his lineage doesn't die. And he's like, I don't know who I'm gonna train. There's nobody around here that's even warrior material. And the spirit guide, who's also an echidna, is like, you're gonna teach Wade. He's like, what do you mean, Wade? He's like, yeah, you're gonna teach him how to be a warrior. He's like, all right, well, if this is the quest and this is what I must do, then I'm gonna do it. So he shows up at Wade's house. Wade's working out, and he helps Wade a little bit because Wade is not very strong and ends up getting hurt a little bit. And is like, hey, I have a quest for us. You are going to be a warrior. I'm going to teach you how to be a warrior. And he's like, all right, let's do it. And it becomes a buddy movie at this point. It's like a road trip movie, which I love. So they get in the car and they're headed to Reno, and Knuckles is prepared to teach him how to be a warrior. And they're in the car and they're kind of talking back and forth. And Wade is like, hey, you're a warrior and I've seen you fight, but let me show you where my battlefield is. And Knuckles is like, what? And so they end up at a bowling alley. And at the bowling alley, Wade is just like strike after strike after strike. Like this is his element. Like, obviously, like this is what he loves to do. It's his passion. And Knuckles sees that. He's like, oh, you are a warrior. Like, you do definitely have potential. And, kind of talking him up. And as they're kind of bonding, all of a sudden these bad guys show up. And in this show and in the movies, they use the power rings from the game. So in the game, you collect rings. And in the movie and in the show, the rings are used as portals, basically, to other planets, other worlds. So this portal opens up, and these two humans walk out, and they're wearing this armor. And the armor is powered by Knuckles' quills, which is dangerous because Knuckles is very strong. He not only is he fast and quick, but he almost has like this like lightning or electric power, if you will. And they start battling in the bowling alley. People scatter. There's explosions going off. Wade is like totally freaking out and ducking. And they end up catching Knuckles. And they end up leaving the bowling alley. Wade stands up and is like, what am I going to do? And he notices that there's a gun that they left. So during the whole scuffle, they ended up dropping one of their weapons. He picks it up, and he knows what he has to do. And that's where it cuts. We go straight into the credits, and if you get a chance, watch the credits all the way through. They're fun. The things I really, really enjoyed about this show is the chemistry between Wade and Knuckles. I thought was awesome. It's really cool that Adam Pally, who plays Wade, is really good at playing against a digital character because obviously there's not a person sitting there. Knuckles is played by Idris Elba. Obviously, Idris Elba isn't sitting next to him when they're having a conversation, but the eye line, the eyesight line, and the way he's talking and reacting to him is very, very, very natural, and it makes it more believable, which I like. Other things I liked about it is the show definitely has heart to it. I think that it was shot very, very beautifully. I think that the music's great. The things I didn't really like about it, I don't know. There wasn't much, really. I think it's a show that knows, and the movies they know exactly what they need to be. You know, and that's what I appreciate about them. They know that they're goofy. They know it's a funny premise, and they roll with it. And they roll with it just far enough to where it's tolerable and it's enjoyable. So if you guys have a chance, go to Paramount Plus and go watch it right now. It's streaming right now. You guys can watch the whole entire series. You can binge it, or you can do like I do and just do an episode at a time. But yeah, definitely worth a watch. The more and more things we support for Sonic and Sega in general, the more and more of these things are going to come out. Hopefully more movies will come out for Sonic. We'll get more projects and things from Sega because we want to see more properties. So definitely give it a watch. And, bell's going off. Hey, same class time, same class channel. See you guys next time.